Hello everybody. I haven't made this video in a long time. I started them and then I never really followed through. So, but you know, it's because I didn't really have anything positive to say, and who wants to hear all my negative cries? Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. You know, I mean, it is what it was, and believe me, this last year has, well, let me see, it's 9 months. The last 9 months have been the very worst 9 months of my life, bar none, bar none. You know, it's been horrible. But, and let me just set this, you know, okay, I say I got the job I wanted, and I did. I have worked in these 9 months. Don't get me wrong. I've had jobs and did, you know, what they say, gigs. I've done, worked at jobs I don't even want to talk about, jobs that I will totally respect. I work at grocery stores. I've done this and I've done that since, you know, but only like very briefly, because I know my limitations and I cannot do those things. So I don't even really, you know, it's not things that I am, let's just say that it's not things that I would ever do again, and I know that aren't for me. Okay, so this is the type of job that I think will take me up until the time I'm really ready to retire. And believe me, I am nowhere near that age, you know. Well, I'm near the age, but I'm not really near the age. I need to make some money. Because Social Security time will be coming in probably about 5 or 6 years. You know, if I'm working, I don't need to collect my Social Security early. I am so excited because for all these months, I've never been more afraid, more isolated, more I haven't done anything. I mean, anything outside of my house in about 9 months. I've gained a lot of weight, no doubt, because all I could afford to do was eat. Is this recording? I don't think so. Yeah, it is. And so all I could afford to do was eat, and eat bad food. And bad food, you know, I'd get back on track for a day or two, and then I'd go fall right back off, you know. And that was just a cycle, because that's all I had to do was eat. I couldn't afford to go to a movie, couldn't afford to, hell, basically, the only thing I could afford to do on the daily was, on the weekly, was buy groceries. And that was it. There was no vacations. There was no trips anywhere. There was no Elvis. There's, you know, I remember my plan was if I lost weight, I was going to go to Elvis week. Well, I didn't go there. And I truly believe if all this didn't happen at one time, you know, I might have made my goal. I was so close to my goal. But I will do it again. And this time, I won't be derailed. I need to focus on what's important. Saving money is key. Money is, you know, people have no idea when you don't have it. I never did go to any sort of social agencies. I'm just saying that because people, you know, you could have went here, I could have went. No, I couldn't. No, I couldn't. There's too many things, you know, that I can't go to social agencies because, you know, I couldn't explain my finances would be so hard to explain. So I never did. So I just struggled along, do what I had to do. Okay. Like I said, did gigs, did a, you know, shopping thing, you know, all those little things to make a couple bucks here and there. But it was never really enough. And with the prices of gas rising, so it's almost ridiculous. So, you know, I would stop doing those because it was like, you weren't really making any money. You're making money to buy gas, go buy people's groceries because they don't pay. So at any rate, you know, finally, by the grace of God, and, you know, like somebody said, oh, you're going to turn to God. No, but it is great, God's grace, because I had been looking for a long time for a job very similar to this. Something that and it's not telemarketing at all, thank God. It's not telemarketing, but it's something I will be good at. I don't have to, you know, in fact, the one other job, I have possibilities of 2 jobs now, which is weird. And one is work from home. It's a gig thing. But I might not. I don't think I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to keep focused on my regular, real job and just, you know, maybe pick that up at another time. But right now, I am over the moon happy because I'm telling you, I've never been so close to giving up. I've never in my life felt so hopeless, because when you can't stand for like 8 hours, I can stand for 2-3 hours. Yeah, I can do that. But to stand for 8 hours, and you need to work 8 hours. You know, working for me 3-4 hours is not going to help. Well, yeah, of course, anything helps, but it's not going to be able to really pay any bills, you know. And you know, you're just working, you're just spinning your wheels. So, you know, what I needed was a 40-hour a week, you know, and get back to where I was, maybe even better. The weight, I'm not worried about the weight. I'll get the weight off if I so choose. But I can only work on one thing at a time. Confidence to go out and back out in the world is the #1 thing right now. I need the confidence to go back out around people, because I've not been around people. Only like briefly, and like in a store or, you know, grocery store. Not been in a social setting at all. No, haven't gone anywhere, haven't done anything. You know, I take my brother to the doctor, I bring him home, and if you're anybody who's concerned or just wondering, my brother's fine. He's probably the healthiest person in our whole family. Probably the healthiest. You know, blood pressure's normal, everything's normal. The other thing he has is rheumatoid arthritis. That's all he has. And, well, a little forgetfulness, let's say that. But that, you know, that, I don't know. But I'm really excited, and, you know, I'm not saying I'm going to come back and going to make videos every day or anything like that. And I surely want to stay away from the drama. I'm not about the drama no more. I mean, a lot of life lessons I've learned, not only this year, but in the last 4 years, about 3 years since I stopped the drama. I've never been more grateful and thankful that I stopped the drama and stopping the making the reviews. Don't get me wrong, I love to watch them, but I don't want to be the one doing it. No, that's I just, you know, I'll watch and on occasion make a comment or two, but not too often, because it's, you know, everybody has everybody has a life, and you know, people, I mean, to some extent there are some people that are just beyond, you know, like, okay, you know, it's a shit show, you know it, I know it, and then there are other people who, life circumstances, but again, I'm not commenting on that. But you know, if I ever do come back, you know, making videos on the regular, again, I have a lot of things to get together. You know, you think your home must be spotless. My home is topsy-turvy right now, because with depression, and believe me, I have been in deep depression, very much deep depression, but I think so much more in the last month. So much that I was doubting everything and anything. Even the job I got. I was saying, maybe it's a joke. You know, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. It can't be. This can't be ending. Because I consider everything I went through a nightmare. It was just a freaking nightmare, because you know, you never know how alone you are until you are in it. Like, people don't understand. You're like, well, you know, my kids, they understand, but I don't think they understand, like, you know, a person can't run a household or even live having $30 in a week. It's really hard. You know, or, you know, and the only enjoyment you get is by, you know, soda, or you buy candy that's cheap, or some cheap ass junk food. And of course my body shows that now. But that's neither here nor there. Mental first. I have to get my mental state back. And I will, because this is a new beginning for me. And, you know, I hope I never have to go through this again. In the way that I did, I won't, you know. Situations will come up again for sure. You know, that there's always that one thing is for sure. Nothing is for sure. You know, last year at this time, I was on point mentally. You know, but I was not. Because I broke too easily, if you know what I mean. You know, well, actually, I think I was okay, you know, when my brother had the accident. You know, I was worried about him and everything like that. But once I saw he was okay, you know, I still had my mind set on, you know, I'll get a job and I'll work. And, well, I got the COVID. Well, you know, that went away. And so then, okay, well, things are going to get better. Things are going to get better. And, you know, I always had that glimmer of hope. Then I had the car accident. And then you have to, you know, not only, my daughter did help me get a car because I don't work and I had no income. Of course, I got an insurance settlement, but I used that insurance settlement to get the car. But there comes a payment that you were never prepared to do. So again, like so when you think you got it, 100%, you got it 35-40%. But the best thing to do, I truly believe, within my heart and soul, is be prepared financially. You know, be financially okay. Have somebody put aside for not a rainy day, but a tornado. Because if it does ever happen again, I don't ever want to be caught the same way I was caught this time, unaware. You know, I was in La La Land. I'm losing weight. I'm going to go to Memphis, and, you know, I should be on my way back home from Memphis now. It should be a year. I should be thin, and, you know, well, you know, I don't care about the thin part. I mean, I care about health-wise and mentally-wise. It's, you know, what goes in your mouth affects everything. Well, me, it does. But I care more about the mental, you know. Like, I care about, you know, I don't care about, like, I'm going to go to Memphis for vacation and life will be wonderful. There's so much more to life than what you think it is. You know, what I thought it was, you know, peace of mind, being able to survive without, you know, assistance, and, you know, and not having to ask family for help, you know, or, you know, scrounge and, you know, live like I've never lived before. And I know what it's like now. It's not easy. So, you know, well, with that being said, I am glad that I do have something positive to come back on YouTube to say that I am over the moon, that I do have a job now. I don't know exactly when I started to sign. I just signed the acceptance letter, and now they're going to do the background report. Oh gosh, I got to go back the other way. The background, what's it called? Whatever they do, and that's not a problem. And the drug test. God, that's no problem. So again, I probably will start working sometime next week. I think probably maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm hoping. They're very communicative. They keep in touch. They're very nice people, and I have a lot of hopes for this. And you know, it just lets me know I'm not done yet. I was beginning to think maybe my time is done. You know, when you feel like, man, nobody wants me. Nobody. I mean, you can get jobs, but it's not something that I wanted to do the rest of my life, or I could do the rest of my life. You know, I have to be real who I am. You know, what is your age? Oh, wow. And your age has something to do with it, but my physical well-being, my physical body can't do a lot of the things that I could do. But this I can do. I know I can. So, anyways, looking forward to this, and looking forward to talking to you guys some more. And I miss each and every one of you. And I haven't been seen, but I've always been watching. So I do know what's going on, unfortunately. And you know, again, you know, life is short. I don't know why you know, deal with such these never mind. But anyways, you have a great day, and I hope to get in touch with you soon. Bye bye.